Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do decorate with me for spring/Easter. We've only got about a month until Easter, so got my Easter things out, or at least some springy Easter St. Patrick's Day things out. We're gonna do a quick clean of the house and vacuum, dust, all that kind of stuff, and then rearrange some things and get this house decorated. So come along with me.
So the first thing we're going to do is take down everything in this niche and off the mantle in the living room as the focus, and go ahead and start dusting everything as we take it down. Just set it out to this side. There is something wrong with my plant here. I don't know what it is. I named her Gertrude. So that one is Gertrude, and then my mother-in-law tongue snake plant over there is Ferdinand. And I don't know what is wrong with Gertrude. She is yellow and looks like she might be sick. I don't know. So she was doing great. And then we were gone for a couple of weeks to my parents' house, and I don't think she got watered while we were gone. So I don't know if that's it or what. So I end up pulling all the dead leaves off, and I switched them out and put the snake plant over in the niche and put the other one right there in front of the window so that she can kind of get some indirect sunlight. Maybe that will help. I don't know. If you guys are plant experts, please comment down below and help me out. You'll see it again in just a little more up close what it looks like. So I'm just dusting off the mantle and all these picture frames. Sometimes I move the picture frames and take them down completely and put other things up. Sometimes I leave the same pictures up. It just depends. I'm just going to go ahead with this Swiffer duster that I'm using, try to get any cobwebs off of the walls. This wall needs to be painted so badly, but it is such a high ceiling that it is going to require scaffolding, like actual scaffolding, to be brought in for us to get this living room painted. So it's not going to be able to be done by us. We will have to get someone to come in and do it. So then I had to get the broom and sweep. I was trying to vacuum, but something is wrong with my vacuum cleaner. I don't know what's wrong with it. Jason said he's going to have to take it apart. It was making some kind of a weird noise and had a weird smell to it. I don't know. We used it at church. The little kids, Colson's age group, had a service project where they were all going to bring vacuums and things and vacuum the building. And that was the last time it was used. And I don't know what happened to it. Something's wrong with it. So I had to grab the broom and do a quick sweep. And then I went ahead with the mop to go ahead and pick up any loose dust that the broom did not get since I could not vacuum. So I'm just going to go ahead and give the floor a quick once over with the mop and make sure it's good and clean and all the dust is out of there. Because, spring, dust, allergies, it's a thing. Colson is sneezing his head off. Not feeling so great, and Bailey has as well, so we just need to get all the dust out of here. So that's part of spring cleaning. Got to go ahead and finish that, and then we're going to start decorating. So I'm going to leave my little barn over there, just move it over. I'm going to put Ferdinand, my mother-in-law tongue snake plant, up there, give it a little height, a little green, and then we're just going to kind of move some picture frames around to kind of give some height on either side of the mantle. And then I'm going to use this silk strand of silver dollar eucalyptus on the mantle. And then we're just going to put some of my Ray Dunn inspired eggs that say, I think one says spring, one says bunny, one says Easter. I got those on clearance at Hobby Lobby at the end of the season last year for 90% off. So I think I paid like 39 cents for them, or 29 cents, or whatever it was, because I think they're originally like $3 or $4. So I spent literal pennies on those last year. And then my cute little blue gingham wooden bunny, same, 90% off. And then I have some little plastic Easter eggs that I bought at Walmart either last year or the year before that are like farmhousey speckled like Easter eggs. So I'm just going to stick those in here and there just to add a little bit of color, but it still be a farmhouse look and not look like plastic Easter eggs. So we don't do a whole lot of spring decor. And then I have these sweet ceramic bunnies that a sweet lady at church gave me when she got rid of them. She didn't want them anymore. And they sit down on my hearth. And then I have this cute egg-shaped farmhousey looking plate Again, I got those at Hobby Lobby on clearance. And then I switch out my plain black and white buffalo check table runner that goes under the television. Give the TV and the picture frames above it a good dusting. And then I will replace it with a lavender one. Now, you see where these pictures are hung on the wall. In my other video, I think it was the mopping video, someone commented and said, your pictures are hung entirely too high on the wall. This is why they are hung right there on the wall, because what you did not see in that video was the television had been moved to another place in the living room at the time of that video, and now it is back where it originally began. So that's why the pictures are in that spot on the wall. So I'm going to put the lavender table runner back up underneath the television so it has a nice spring color and not black and white. Well, black and white is kind of an everyday. And then I have a Thanksgiving one I put there in the fall, and I have a Christmas one at Christmas time, so I just switch them out just to kind of keep them fresh. And then here's that plant on the telephone table that was my grandmother's table. See, it has all this dead stuff on it. It was big and full and beautiful and thriving, which I was so proud of myself because plants usually come to my house to die. So I've had this plant for a couple of years now, and I haven't managed to kill it yet. So I guess I'm just going to pick off the dead places and maybe some of that indirect sunlight. If I don't open the blinds, it will maybe get some vitamin D. Maybe that will help. I don't know. If there's anything you have advice, please let me know. And then I'm going to put my spring Tuscany candle out on that table. I probably won't light it in front of that plant though. Then we're going to set up the coffee bar. I'm going to take off what I use typically on the day-to-day, give everything a good wipe down with a sponge that has microban on it, and get everything cleaned off, dusted off. And then that little 3-tiered tray there is where I put K-cups, and I'm almost out. So I'm about to go to the grocery store here in another day or so. Sam's, Costco, somebody. So I need to grab a box of K-cups to fill that thing back up. And sometimes I use K-cups, sometimes I use the ground coffee and make a pot of coffee. And then just for decoration, I'm going to use this pretty spring sort of white tea pitcher, coffee pitcher, with some green filigree on it. I usually pull it out in the springtime just for some decoration. And then it has a matching sugar bowl as well that I'm going to use for my sweetener. See, right there. And I don't know what happened to the creamer. I used to have the creamer. And then there's the other second egg-shaped plate that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby, and another one of those Ray Dunn inspired eggs as well. And then there's those plastic Farmhouse like Easter eggs, and I'm using that little glass bowl like an Easter basket just for some sweet little decoration, nothing too overpowering. And then that egg plate I'm going to use as my spoon rest. Just going to add in a few little eggs here and there. Maybe put some on the little tray to kind of mix in with the K-cups once I get some more to fill that back up. And then we got to do the front door, swap out my everyday home sweet home with this cute little Easter truck. And then we're going to do a centerpiece for the dining room table. I'm trying to see which one of those cake pedestals would fit the best, and I think I like that one. So we're just going to put a lantern there for some height, and then some of this shredded paper like you would use for an Easter basket. I hate Easter grass. Fun fact, my daddy would not allow us to have Easter grass in the house growing up as kids because it would get tangled in the vacuum cleaner, and he would have to sit there with his pocket knife and cut it out of the vacuum cleaner. So we were never allowed to have Easter grass growing up as kids, but I do not mind this paper. It picks up very easily. And then some of the Easter eggs that we have are some that the kids were able to color with crayons to decorate. I don't think they weren't paper mache, but they were able to color them. See, I'll show you a couple of them. See, look. And they were several years ago. Sweet little kid decorated Easter eggs. So I hold on to them. So we're going to make those the centerpiece of the table. Nothing too fancy. Just spring. We put all of our Easter eggs in a great big trash bag, and that's how I store them. And it's just easy. And I found some teeny tiny ones. We're just going to stick kind of inside the lantern. And we're just gonna put that in the center of the table. Ignore that white spot on the table. That is a paint that I could not get to come off the table when I redid it. And then I have another Tuscany candle. It's gonna go on the end table by the couches. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the spring decor. I don't have a lot, I don't do a lot. Spring is just not my favorite season. It's lovely, it's beautiful, it has its place, it's just not my favorite. I don't spend a lot of money on spring decor, so that's all I've got. I have a banner that I made out of burlap that hangs right here on the mantle. I don't know where it is, I cannot find it. If I find it, if I run across it, I'll stick that up there. But other than that, we are done. Happy spring, happy Easter, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.